The Battle of Mogadishu, a peacekeeping mission gone awry.
On this such a always possible opportunity. On behalf of Premier Airline, Captain Lasoi, and with his entire crew, we'd like to thank you all for choosing to fly with us. And we wish you all a pleasant stay here in Mogadishu or at your honor's destination. Thank you once again, and goodbye.
In the early 1990s, Somalia was gripped by chaos and famine, exacerbated by a brutal civil war and a power vacuum left in the wake of dictator Siad Barre's fall from power. International pressure mounted on the United Nations to intervene and restore order, leading to the establishment of a peacekeeping mission known as UNOSOM II. The mission's goal was to provide humanitarian aid, stabilize the region, and facilitate the transition to a peaceful government. The United States, under President George H.W. Bush, sent troops as part of a multinational force to support this endeavor. Initially, it seemed like a noble mission to save lives and bring peace to a war-torn land. However, what transpired over the following months was a harrowing and tragic tale that would come to be known as the Battle of Mogadishu. The situation in Somalia was far more complex and dangerous than anyone had anticipated. The peacekeepers soon found themselves entangled in a web of clan warfare and competing warlords vying for power. Instead of being welcomed as saviors, they were met with hostility and violence from various factions. The epicenter of the conflict was the Somali capital, Mogadishu. In an attempt to capture key warlord Mohammed Farah Aidid, a U.S. Special Forces team launched a raid on October 3, 1993. What was supposed to be a swift and surgical operation turned into a nightmare. As the U.S. forces closed in on Aidid's associates, they encountered fierce resistance from heavily armed militiamen. 2 Black Hawk helicopters were shot down by rocket-propelled grenades, RPGs, trapping American soldiers in the heart of the hostile city. Realizing that their comrades were in grave danger, a daring rescue mission was launched. Under heavy gunfire and amidst raging fires, American soldiers, along with their UN allies, risked their lives to retrieve the wounded and stranded. The operation went on for hours, with each moment intensifying the peril. The battle became a desperate struggle for survival, as U.S. troops fought street by street and house by house against an entrenched enemy. The Somali militiamen used guerrilla tactics and knew the city's layout better than the invaders, making every corner a potential ambush. Tragically, 18 U.S. soldiers lost their lives, and many more were wounded. Scores of Somali civilians were caught in the crossfire, adding to the tragedy. In the end, the mission to capture Aidid was abandoned, and the international community began to question the wisdom of their involvement in the Somali quagmire. The Battle of Mogadishu, often referred to as Black Hawk Down due to the downed helicopters, was a turning point in U.S. foreign policy. It led to a gradual withdrawal of American forces from Somalia and underscored the difficulties of peacekeeping in a war-torn, hostile environment. The events of that fateful day in October 1993 serve as a stark reminder of the complexities and dangers of military interventions in troubled regions, where the line between peacekeeping and all-out conflict can blur in an instant. It remains a somber chapter in the history of international peacekeeping missions, one that forever changed the course of U.S. foreign policy in Africa.
It's extremely close to the airport.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome.